Come, I want to ask you a question. Why do you like to run away from yourself? Why is it so hard for you to stay by yourself? Why is it that anytime you're by yourself, you feel like you are suffering, you feel like you're lonely, you just want to get out and stay around people that you know do not love or care about you? Why do you enjoy the noise? So much noise that is not adding anything to your life. Let me tell you something. Come closer. The reason why your prayers have not been answered is because you do not have time for yourself. The only time God can minister to you and answer all those prayers is when you find time for yourself. You should be able to listen to your intuitions. Do you know the meaning of creativity? You can only be creative when you learn how to be alone. That is when you begin to digest your thoughts, your imagination, analyze it, and begin to visualize how you can bring it to life. You see wonderful and great personalities and you want to be like them. Sometimes they are like magic. You're wondering, how do they say the things they say? How do they do the things they do? How do they get to this point in their life? They've learned to be alone. Your alone moment is your powerful moment. A lot of you have not discovered yourself because you are afraid to be by yourself. The only time you can know how powerful you are is when you learn to stay alone. That's what I want to teach you. Stop running away from yourself. When you keep running to other people, you will just be behind them. They will keep projecting themselves to you. You have a mind of your own. Let me tell you something. God did not create you empty. There is something inside of you. When he said in the Bible, I created you out of my own image, you are like God. The problem is you've not taken time to stay by yourself to discover your God-given talent. You're always distracted by the noise. Every time you're outside. What are you doing outside? Come inside. Since you've been outside, what have you enjoyed? What productive things have you learned? You need to listen to your intuition. You need to listen to yourself. You need to go back to the drawing board. That thing you're running away from is power. A lot of you do not know the power of being alone by yourself. If you understand the power of being alone, you will keep your circle very small. That is the reason why, if you want to be successful, you must throw away a lot of people around you. You will pick your circle and make it very small. Do you know why? So that you can be able to hear yourself. A lot of you have not succeeded in life because of noise. There are too many noise. When you go outside, this one will say this one will say that one, this one. You digest too many things. You don't know who you are. But when you learn to stay alone, you will begin to hear yourself. You begin to see yourself. You begin to look in the mirror and understand what is called identity. The reason why it's so easy for you to shake when people tell you nonsense is because you don't know who you are. There is no identity. That's why someone can just tell you you are mad and you feel like you are mad. Someone can tell you are ugly and you feel like you're ugly. It's because you don't have an identity. When you don't have an identity, you begin to see yourself through other people's eyes. Don't forget that a lot of people are blind. You can imagine a blind person leading you that have eyes, but because you don't want to open it and see. I want to encourage you. Being alone does not mean that you are suffering. Being alone does not mean that you are lonely. It's simply a time to find time for yourself. There are some times that God is going to take everybody away from your life because he wants to bless you. God will take them away because he doesn't want you to be distracted. He wants you to focus. It's time to begin to value your alone moment. The reason why you always feel lonely when you are alone is because you don't do anything with yourself. Being alone is your power. That is when you discover and rediscover. Being around people is a huge distraction because you need to give them attention. But when you're alone, you give yourself attention. It enables you to think, to reflect, to relax, to digest, to create, to become innovative. I want to remind you to please stop running away from yourself. There is so much you can do by yourself. A lot of things you are looking for outside is inside. Waiting there for Sokoto, there for Shokoto. Look inward, and your life will never remain the same. Remember, it is the little things that actually change your world, not that big thing you're looking for outside. Look inward and find your potentials, and you would win.
Alors ma chérie, ça c'est la phrase des plus grands manipulateurs. On manipule tellement de femmes avec ça. Moi, je t'ai tombée sur ce genre de personnes-là. Alors la personne te dit non, t'es trop bien pour moi, vas-y, laisse-moi. Et toi, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Tu penses que c'est un challenge. Tu veux lui démontrer que non, il n'est pas trop bien pour toi. Donc tu vas te rabaisser pour te mettre à son level. Pourtant, il t'a dit la vérité. Quand un homme te dit la vérité, il te dit que tu es trop bien pour lui, crois-le. Tu es trop bien pour lui. Laisse-le tranquille parce que sinon, tu vas pas t'en sortir. Tu vas rentrer dans une relation où tu vas te donner à 1000%. Le gars t'avait déjà dit qu'il était pas assez bien pour toi. Il va te donner quelques miettes et après, tu vas être en ruine. Ça, dès qu'un homme te dit ça, prends tes loups-boutins, ton string et casse-toi parce que ça, c'est cacamou. Est-ce que tu as compris? C'est la plus grande phrase des manipulateurs. Oh, tu es trop bien pour moi. Ne tombe pas dans ce piège-là. J'ai pleuré jusqu'à... Mon ami, ça là, on joue pas avec.